The internet was buzzing. In every corner of Manila, from the bustling streets to the quiet corners of neighborhood cafes, people were glued to their screens. Social media feeds overflowed with speculation, memes, and wild predictions. It was as if the entire country had paused, holding its breath, waiting for confirmation of the news that had set the digital world alight. Whispers turned into excited chatter. In offices, schools, and even on the crowded MRT, conversations revolved around one topic. Colleagues huddled around laptops, sharing links and debating what this could mean for their future. The air was thick with anticipation, and for a moment it felt like anything was possible. Could it be true? Elon Musk, the visionary entrepreneur, was rumored to be bringing his magic to the Philippines. The man behind Tesla, SpaceX, and so many other world-changing ventures, now setting his sights on this archipelago. For many, it felt like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a chance for the country to leapfrog into the future. A bold move, people said, but one that could transform the nation into a technological powerhouse. The idea of the Philippines becoming a hub for innovation, a place where the brightest minds could gather and create, was electrifying. Suddenly, the skyline of Makati wasn't just a symbol of business. It was a canvas for dreams. The news spread like wildfire, igniting hope and anticipation across the archipelago. From Luzon to Mindanao, families gathered around televisions, eager to catch the latest updates. Jeepney commuters scrolled through headlines, sharing the story with strangers. It was more than just a headline. It was a spark of hope in a country hungry for progress. The prospect of Asia's largest global engineering and development office, spearheaded by Musk himself, was a tantalizing prospect. People imagined Metro Manila transformed, its skyline dotted with futuristic towers bearing the logos of the world's most innovative companies. The idea of Filipino engineers and scientists working side by side with global talent was no longer a distant fantasy. Images of sleek, futuristic buildings filled with brilliant minds working on cutting-edge technology captured the imagination. Young students dreamed of internships at companies they'd only read about. Parents envisioned a future where their children wouldn't have to leave the country to find world-class opportunities. The possibilities seemed endless. The Philippines, once known primarily for its beaches and friendly people, was on the verge of a digital revolution. The world's perception of the country was shifting, from a tropical paradise to a rising star in the global tech scene. The blend of natural beauty and technological ambition was a story that captured hearts both at home and abroad. The potential impact was undeniable. Thousands of new jobs, not just for engineers and programmers, but for teachers, designers, and support staff. The promise of a thriving tech ecosystem meant opportunities for everyone, from fresh graduates to seasoned professionals. For many, it was a chance to build a better life without leaving their homeland. A surge in foreign investment was expected, with international companies eager to set up shop in the Philippines. The country's flag, once a symbol of resilience, now stood for innovation and ambition. Partnerships between local and global firms promised to bring new ideas, new technologies, and new hope, and a chance for the Philippines to claim its place on the global tech stage. Filipino talent, long recognized abroad, would finally have the platform it deserved at home. The dream of becoming a leader in technology and innovation felt closer than ever before. But as the excitement grew, so did the doubts. Was it all just hype? Could one man and one company really change the fate of an entire nation? In boardrooms and break rooms, skepticism crept in. Some wondered if the dream was simply too big, too ambitious, too good to be true. And as we soon discovered, it was. The dream that had united a nation in hope would soon face the harsh light of reality. In recent years, the Philippines has found itself at the center of a whirlwind of speculation and excitement. The rumor mill went into overdrive, fueled by the country's rapidly growing reputation as a rising tech hub in Southeast Asia. From the bustling streets of Manila to the far-flung provinces, conversations buzzed with talk of innovation, opportunity, and the possibility of a new era for the nation's economy. At the heart of this optimism is a young, tech-savvy workforce, hungry for opportunity and eager to make their mark on the world. With a median age of just 25, the Philippines boasts one of the youngest populations in the region. This demographic advantage, combined with a strong culture of adaptability and creativity, has made the country a prime location for both local and international investment. Startups are sprouting up in every major city, and established tech giants are taking notice. The government, too, has recognized the potential of the digital economy. Through ambitious policies and public-private partnerships, officials have been pushing for widespread digitalization, aiming to modernize everything from public services to education. This commitment has only strengthened the belief that the Philippines could soon become a regional leader in technology and innovation. For many, it seemed only a matter of time before a visionary like Elon Musk would take notice. Adding even more fuel to the fire was the recent arrival of Starlink, Musk's ambitious satellite internet venture in the Philippines. For many Filipinos, especially those in rural and underserved areas, Starlink represented more than just faster internet. It was a symbol of hope, a promise that the digital divide could finally be bridged. Suddenly, the idea of the Philippines as a global tech hub didn't seem so far-fetched. The promise of high-speed internet access, even in the most remote corners of the archipelago, seemed like a natural fit with the vision of a massive interconnected tech ecosystem. For the first time, students in mountain villages could attend online classes, and entrepreneurs in small towns could reach customers around the world. The possibilities felt endless, and the excitement was palpable. Social media platforms exploded with speculation and excitement. Hashtags trended overnight, and online forums buzzed with theories about what Musk's next move might be. Many began connecting the dots between Starlink's presence and the rumored opening of a major GED office in the country. For a nation that thrives on connectivity and community, the digital conversation was electric. The pieces seemed to fit perfectly. A burgeoning tech scene, a government eager for progress, and a visionary entrepreneur known for his ambitious, world-changing projects. The Philippines appeared to be on the cusp of something extraordinary, a transformation that could redefine its place in the global economy. It's no wonder that so many people were quick to believe the rumors. The sense of anticipation was everywhere, from boardrooms to barangays, as people imagined a future shaped by innovation and possibility. But, as we dug deeper, peeling back the layers of hype and hope, a different picture began to emerge, one that challenged the narrative and forced us to ask, was the promise of a tech boom too good to be true? Despite the excitement and widespread belief, there was a glaring omission: concrete evidence. No official statements, no press releases, no confirmations from Musk or his companies. The silence was deafening, especially given Musk's penchant for public pronouncements. Reputable news outlets like Rappler swung into action, scrutinizing the claims and digging for verifiable information. Their findings were clear. No credible evidence supported the existence of a Musk-led GED office in the Philippines. Government officials, when questioned, echoed the same sentiment, denying any knowledge of such a project. The lack of evidence was a red flag, signaling that the viral story was nothing more than a fabrication. It was a stark reminder that in the age of instant information, not everything we read online is true. The need for critical thinking and careful fact-checking had never been more crucial. The truth, as it often does, turned out to be far less glamorous than the fiction. While rumors and speculation can be exciting, the reality behind the headlines is often much more mundane, and sometimes even a little disappointing for those hoping for a dramatic international story. In this case, the facts were buried beneath layers of misunderstanding and viral exaggeration, which quickly spread across social media and news outlets, blurring the line between what was real and what was simply imagined. The so-called GED office, which had been the subject of so much online speculation, was, in reality, nothing more than a misinterpretation of a legitimate project. There was no secretive tech hub, no bustling headquarters in Manila, and certainly no covert operations linking the United States and the Philippines. Instead, the project in question was entirely based in the US, with no official or unofficial ties to the Philippines whatsoever. The confusion likely stemmed from a combination of similar-sounding acronyms and the tendency for rumors to snowball into full-blown conspiracy theories when left unchecked. Elon Musk, whose name often attracts attention and speculation, was indeed involved in a new initiative. However, it was not the international tech hub that many had imagined or hoped for. Instead, Musk was participating in a US-based project known as Doge. Despite the futuristic-sounding name, Doge was not a secretive startup or a cryptocurrency venture, but rather a government advisory committee. The project was far more bureaucratic and less sensational than the rumors suggested, focusing on practical improvements rather than headline-grabbing innovation. Doge, which stands for the Department of Government Efficiency, was established as an advisory committee with a clear and focused mission: to help streamline the operations of the U.S. federal government. Its purpose was to identify inefficiencies, recommend solutions, and ultimately make government processes more effective for American citizens. The committee was composed of experts from various fields, including technology, business, and public administration, all working together to bring fresh perspectives to long-standing challenges within the government. Elon Musk, along with entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, was selected to co-lead this important committee. Their combined expertise in innovation, business strategy, and technology was seen as a valuable asset in the effort to modernize government operations. Both leaders brought a reputation for challenging the status quo and pushing for bold changes, which was exactly what the committee hoped to achieve. Their roles were advisory, providing guidance and recommendations rather than direct control over government agencies, but their influence was nonetheless significant in shaping the committee's direction. The mission of DOGE was straightforward but ambitious: to make the U.S. government more efficient, more responsive, and better equipped to serve the needs of its people. The committee worked closely with government officials, analyzing data, reviewing existing processes, and brainstorming innovative solutions to complex problems. Their work was methodical and transparent, with a focus on measurable results rather than flashy announcements or grand promises. The hope was that through careful analysis and expert advice, the government could become more agile and effective in a rapidly changing world. Importantly, DOGE was a purely domestic initiative. It had no international branches, no plans for global expansion, and absolutely no connection to the Philippines or any other foreign country. All of its activities, meetings, and projects were conducted within the United States, and its mandate was strictly limited to improving the efficiency of the U.S. federal government. Any suggestion of overseas involvement was simply unfounded, a product of misinformation and misinterpretation. In the end, the viral story that captured so much attention was little more than a case of mistaken identity and creative storytelling. A small kernel of truth. Musk's involvement in DOGE was taken out of context and spun into an elaborate but entirely false narrative. This episode serves as a reminder of how quickly misinformation can spread and how important it is to look beyond the headlines to find the real story. The rapid spread of the GED office rumor really highlighted the Musk effect, that tendency for any news, even unsubstantiated rumors, related to Elon Musk to gain instant traction. His reputation as a disruptor, a visionary, and a man who pushes the boundaries of what's possible, well, it precedes him, making any project he's associated with seem plausible, even if there's no evidence. Rumors about other Musk ventures like Tesla and SpaceX just added fuel to the speculation. Discussions about Tesla's potential entry into the Philippine market and the possibility of SpaceX collaborating on satellite launches from the country only added to the perception that Musk had big plans for the Philippines. While these ventures weren't entirely implausible, it's really crucial to remember that speculation is not confirmation. The presence of rumors, even those rooted in some degree of possibility, does not equate to concrete plans or official announcements.